Have you ever noticed how, after a nice meal with your family, you suddenly feel a wave of exhaustion that seems to pull you toward the sofa? Or perhaps you have looked at your hands and noticed they feel a bit more swollen and stiff than they did just an hour ago? What if I told you that the hidden culprit behind that heavy, drained feeling isn't just your age or the stairs you climbed, but is actually an invisible spike in your insulin levels that is wreaking havoc on your system from the inside out? Most people believe that managing blood sugar is entirely about what you put on your plate. But what if there was a secret remote control for your metabolism hidden right on your own body, a way to signal your internal organs to wake up and handle that sugar more efficiently before it causes damage? Today, we are going to explore something that might sound a bit unusual at first, but has helped thousands of people just like you regain their energy and protect their health. And that is the power of 5 specific pressure points located right on your ears. It is completely normal to feel a bit frustrated or even a little scared when your doctor starts talking about rising blood sugar or insulin resistance, especially when it feels like you are already doing your best to eat well and stay active. You might feel like your body is starting to betray you or that the vibrant health you once enjoyed is slowly slipping away, but I want you to know right now that it is not too late to make a change. Growing older does not have to mean giving up your vitality. It simply means we need to start using smarter, more refined strategies that work with your body instead of against it. There is a hidden connection between your nervous system and your metabolic health that often goes completely ignored in modern medicine. And by the end of this video, you will have 5 practical, easy tools to help bridge that gap and keep those insulin spikes at bay. Before we dive into these fascinating techniques, I want to take a moment to welcome you to our community. If you are someone who cares about staying independent, sharp, and strong as you age, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on those notifications. We spend our time researching the kind of gentle, effective health insights that often get overlooked in a busy doctor's office, and we would love to have you on this journey with us. Also, I am so curious to see how far our community reaches today, so please drop a comment below and let me know if you are joining us from the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, or somewhere else in this beautiful world. It truly warms my heart to see seniors from all corners of the globe coming together to take charge of their well-being. To understand why your ears are so important, we first have to talk about the amazing science of auriculotherapy. Think of your ear as a tiny, detailed map of your entire body, where every little curve and ridge corresponds to a specific organ or system. When we stimulate these points, we are essentially sending a high-speed message through your nervous system to your brain, which then tells your body to release certain hormones or adjust how it processes glucose. It is a bit like tuning a radio to get a clearer signal. When we get older, our signals can get a bit fuzzy, leading to those sharp insulin spikes that leave us feeling weak and tired. By focusing on these points, we are helping the body find its balance again. The first area we are going to focus on is often called the gate of spirit, or Shen Men, and it is perhaps the most powerful point on the entire ear for overall health. You can find this point in the upper third of your ear, in that little triangular hollow at the top. Now, you might be wondering what a spirit gate has to do with your insulin, but the connection is actually very scientific. When we are stressed, even if it is just the subconscious stress of worrying about our health or our family, our bodies release a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is like a loud alarm bell that tells your liver to dump more sugar into your bloodstream for quick energy, which in turn forces your pancreas to pump out more insulin. It is a vicious cycle. By gently massaging this point, you are signaling your nervous system to shift out of that fight or flight mode and into a state of rest and repair. Imagine your body as a busy, noisy kitchen where everything is boiling over, and then suddenly someone turns down the heat and everything settles into a calm simmer. That is what stimulating this point does for your metabolism. Try using your index finger and thumb to gently pinch this area, rubbing it in small circles for about 60 seconds while taking deep, slow breaths. Many seniors tell me that they feel a sense of calm washing over them almost immediately, and that relaxation is the first step in preventing your blood sugar from spiraling out of control. Moving on to our second point, we are going to look at the endocrine point, which is located in the small U-shaped notch at the bottom of the ear canal opening. This point acts like the master thermostat for your entire hormonal system. As we age, our endocrine system, which includes the pancreas and the adrenal glands, can start to lose its precision. It is like an old thermostat that doesn't quite know when to turn the heater off, leading to those lingering high insulin levels that cause inflammation and joint pain. When you stimulate the endocrine point, you are helping to recalibrate that thermostat. Research has shown that stimulating this area can help improve the way your cells respond to insulin, meaning the sugar in your blood can actually get into your muscles where it belongs instead of floating around and causing trouble. I want you to picture your cells as little houses and insulin as the key that opens the front door. Sometimes, as the years go by, the locks get a bit rusty and the keys don't work as well. This point helps to oil those locks. Spend a minute gently pressing here with the tip of a clean finger or even a rounded cotton swab. It doesn't take much pressure, just a steady, mindful touch to tell your body it is time to balance out those hormones. If you are finding these insights helpful so far, please take a quick second to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the YouTube algorithm share this message with other seniors who might be struggling with their energy levels and looking for a natural way to support their health. And if you haven't subscribed yet, we would love to have you as part of our growing family. We have so much more to share about how to live your best, most vibrant life in your golden years. Now let's talk about the third point, which is often called the hunger point, located on that small, fleshy flap of skin right in front of your ear canal, known as the tragus. This point is a game changer for anyone who struggles with those mid-afternoon cravings or that nagging feeling that you need something sweet after a meal. Those cravings are often a sign that your insulin has spiked and then crashed, leaving your brain screaming for a quick fix. By applying pressure to the hunger point, you are actually influencing the part of your brain that regulates appetite and satiety. It is like having a little brake pedal for your impulses. There was a fascinating study involving a group of individuals who used ear pressure points, and they found a significant reduction in their desire for sugary snacks compared to those who didn't. Think of a gentleman named Robert who always felt like he had to have a piece of pie after dinner just to feel satisfied. After he started using the hunger point technique, he found that the urge simply faded away and he was able to enjoy a simple cup of herbal tea instead. His energy levels stabilized and he stopped feeling that leaden weight in his legs every evening. To use this point, simply place your thumb behind the flap and your index finger on the front and give it a gentle squeeze for about 30 seconds whenever you feel a craving coming on. It is a simple tool, but the power it gives you over your own choices is incredible. The fourth point we need to discuss is the pancreas and gallbladder point. This is located on the middle part of the ear, on the ridge that runs just above the opening of the ear canal. This is the direct physical connection in reflexology to the organ that actually produces your insulin. Think of your pancreas as a hard-working factory that has been running for 6, 7, or 8 decades. Sometimes the machinery gets a bit tired and starts overproducing or underproducing depending on the day. By focusing your attention on this point, you are encouraging better blood flow and energy to the organ itself. It is like giving that factory a much-needed maintenance check. When the pancreas is supported, it can release insulin in a much more controlled, rhythmic way, which prevents those sharp peaks that are so damaging to our blood vessels and nerves. You might notice that after a week or two of stimulating this point, your morning blood sugar readings start to look a bit more consistent. It is not a magic wand, but it is a consistent, supportive hand on the shoulder of your body's internal systems. Use a gentle circular motion here and imagine your pancreas working smoothly and efficiently, just like a well-oiled machine. Finally, we come to the fifth point, which is the mouth and esophagus point, located just above the opening of the ear canal. This might seem like a strange place to focus for insulin, but remember that your metabolic process starts the very moment food touches your tongue. In fact, your body starts preparing to release insulin based on the signals it gets from your mouth. By stimulating this point about 10 minutes before you sit down to eat, you are essentially preheating the oven. You are telling your digestive system to get ready so that when the food arrives, your body isn't caught off guard. This leads to a much smoother glucose response. It is a bit like a runner warming up before a race so they don't strain a muscle. When you prepare your body for the meal, the insulin response is more measured and less chaotic. Many people find that this simple habit helps reduce that post-meal bloating and brain fog that can make the afternoon feel like such a struggle. I know we have covered a lot of ground today, and it might feel a little overwhelming to remember all these spots, but remember, the most important thing is simply to start. You don't have to be perfect. Even if you only remember one point today, like the spirit gate at the top of your ear, you are already doing more for your health than you were yesterday. Let's do a quick recap. We have the spirit gate for stress and cortisol, the endocrine point for master hormone balance, the hunger point on the flap to stop cravings, the pancreas point for direct organ support, and the mouth point to prepare your body for digestion. These are 5 simple keys to a more balanced, energetic version of yourself. It is easy to feel like the best years of our health are behind us, especially when we face challenges like joint pain, fatigue, or the constant monitoring of our blood sugar. But I want to remind you that your body is incredibly resilient. It is always trying to heal, always trying to find its way back to balance, no matter how many birthdays you have celebrated. Every time you take a moment to breathe deeply and use these pressure points, you are sending a message of love and care to your own body. You are saying that your health is worth fighting for and that your independence is a priority. Taking these small steps is how we stay strong and keep doing the things we love, whether that is gardening, playing with grandchildren, or traveling the world. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 5 points are you going to try first today? Do you find that you struggle more with stress-related spikes or those late-night cravings? Please share your thoughts and your experiences in the comments below. I make it a point to read through your stories because they inspire me and they inspire everyone else in this community. When you share what works for you, you might be giving someone else the exact piece of advice they needed to hear today. If this video brought you some value or gave you a bit of hope, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are dedicated to providing you with science-backed, gentle health insights that help you thrive. Your support allows us to keep creating this content for seniors everywhere who are ready to take charge of their lives. Remember, it is never too late to start a new habit, and every small choice you make adds up to a much bigger picture of health and freedom. Stay strong, keep moving forward, and remember that you have more power over your well-being than you might think. I look forward to seeing you in our next video, where we will continue to explore the best ways to keep you feeling your absolute best. Would you like me to create a follow-up guide on specific foods that pair perfectly with these ear pressure points to maximize your blood sugar stability?